There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Spiggs Gaming, and today I am going to be playing some more of Nature Jew with the Legend, the Crystal Skull. So I am actually very excited to be playing this because it is a game that I surprisingly don't go back to for some reason. Like, I go back to a lot of the Nature Jew games. I think about them, as one does. And, I don't know why. I never really think about this one as much, but then I think about like I think about the Captive Curse, Silent Spy, some of my favorites. Of the Griffin Clock and Hallway, which has hands that move easily, does more than keep time, which it does very badly. Find out what, figure out what's up with those fake books in the library that can be pulled like levers but not removed. Explore every inch of the garden, even though it is pretty darn creepy. Find out in what position the feathers on the head of that one buzzard statue in the garden are supposed to be in. Figure out what the deal is with those symbols on the wall in Renee's room. And figure out how to open that chest in Renee's room and see what's inside. Wait!
Check.
I did that!
Can't check that off yet. I haven't done that.
Look for anything that might help me find what happened to the skull that used to be in that box found in... Okay. Can I call... Okay, I can call Ned for an actual hint. I can't call anybody else for an actual hint. If I call Beth, I'll just switch to her.
Hi, Nancy.
Hey, Ned.
Hey, Ned.
What's going on?
I could use a hint.
About what?
When it comes to those buzzard statues in the garden, I know I'm probably supposed to make the feathers of that one buzzard form a certain pattern. But how am I supposed to know what that pattern is?
Keep your eyes peeled for a book which Bruno Bollet wrote, and once you find it, pay close attention to what he has to say about statues and keys.
Great, I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. Talk to you soon.
Christy, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Cab company. I find it funny that you can actually call the cab company.
Due to current weather and road conditions, cab service to the greater New Orleans area has been temporarily suspended. We regret being unable to serve you at this time.
Is there anything in here that I'm missing? I flipped through all this, right? I want to say I did. Wow, he was very detailed. Wow. Did I miss anything else? I got this, right? Yeah, I got that. That's where I got the key for the thing. What did I pick up? I feel like I picked something up. Oh, I picked up the painting, didn't I? Actually, inside the thing. That's right. I picked up the painting. Let's see. Do you have anything to say to me? How's everybody doing tonight?
Yes.
I'm afraid you're going to be stuck with me for a while.
Let me guess. Because of the big storm that's blowing in. Everyone in the city's freaking out, and you can't get a cab.
Blowing? No, dude, it's already here. It's not blowing in. It's...
You're one heck of a guesser.
The person at the bank told me. Just before she put me on hold for 2 hours. Oh, don't worry. We've got plenty of food here. Beds, candles. You're welcome to stay.
I'll check back with you later.
Whatever.
This, Bridges to Nowhere, Camel in the Needle's Eye, Cat's Eye, Cavities in their prevention, and how to pronounce that word in their care, Daniel and the Moving Finger, Eye Candy, Bill Kessler, Finding Fish, ha! Funny! Librarian's Tale. Why does that sound familiar? Uh-oh.
What was that?
That was Uncle Bruno's pet iguana, Iggy. He's always in here stealing paper. He must be using it to build a nest or something.
Uh-oh.
Look, I had all those books arranged so they fit perfectly in that box. Put them back in, okay? I don't have time.
I just want to look through this one book.
Go right ahead. After you put all those other books back.
Oh, dang. Oh, great. I can't turn it either, so at least that kind of helps. You kind of know that, oh, this has to go this way. It doesn't fit, does it? Dang it. Well, that's not gonna work. You fit? No. You fit? Yay! And then, do you fit here? Yeah, you do. Hang on, let me put this here. And that there. And then... okay, hang on, let me move these two. Put this... Dang it, it's too... Yeah, what about this here? Does that work? Yes! And then maybe this here, and then this here. Nope. I hate puzzles like this, it makes me angry. Can I like back out and go back in? Yep, that makes me feel better. Okay. This fit on top? Yes, it can. Then can this go here? No. And that maybe that should have went. Oh no, I had 2 pieces left. No, I called Ned, got a hint, and then I found the little, what's it called? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's like a, like an index of, like, different books and stuff like that. I found that. And then I gotta do this puzzle now, and it's making me angry. There, then no, this here maybe, and then oh, come on, one more. Come on! That makes me so angry. I'm almost there. That's what I hate. Huh. I'm trying to do it without one, but I mean, I may get one if I don't get it here soon. Fine. Nancy Drew, let's do the right, white, what? Crystal skull. Book puzzle. Got it. So I was doing it right, starting to do it right. I was doing this a lot. Yes. Oh no, here we go. Like how we just take it and he doesn't care. I know what I have to do. Professor Hotchkiss! Yay!
Yes, hello?
Oh god.
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. Is this Professor Hotchkiss?
I am she, Nancy Drew. Your name has a ring to it. Do I know you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we met a little while back in Wisconsin.
Oh, yes, you were the delightful young lady doling out the samples in the tasting room of that cheese factory. Yum, yum.
No, I met you at Wickford Castle.
That's ridiculous. There was no cheese tasting room at Wickford Castle.
No, we were both guests there. I found a journal written by Marie Antoinette which you translated. Remember?
Thanks to you, suddenly all I can think about is how wonderful a nice big slab of Colby cheese would taste right now. Listen, Mandy, I'm on a deadline, so if you could please
Mandy.
just tell me why you called.
But my name isn't...
Deadline! Let's cut to the chase, shall we? Chop, chop.
Did a man from New Orleans named Bruno Bollet ever call you?
Ah, now there's a name you can remember. Bollet. Nice and French. I'm a scholar of French history, you know.
Yeah, we know.
Yes, I know. So did Bruno Bollet call you?
Indeed he did. Oui, oui.
She did. She was very much annoying in this game. She was like a smidge annoying in the Royal Tower. Like a smidge, not enough to be like, oh my gosh, and we're, but this one is like, okay, lady, just shut up and just tell me what I need to know.
Why did he call, if you don't mind my asking?
Because he had read my book, of course. The Crystal Skulls. Fact or fable, one of my best efforts. Sold like hotcakes, smothered in a rich, tangy lemon sauce.
Did he say anything about owning one of the skulls
You love food,
himself?
don't you?
I would have hung up on him straight away if he had. I tell you, Brandy, if I had $1 for every crackpot who's called claiming to own one of those skulls, I'd be able to dine at the Russian tea room every evening for the rest of my life. All right, that's a bit of hyperbole, but you get the picture. No.
What?
If memory serves, we talked mostly about the skull called the Whisperer.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to know if I had learned any more about it since my book was published, which I hadn't, or if I had any theory as to what happened to it, which I didn't.
And that was the extent of your conversation?
Well, now, let me think. My, such such insatiable curiosity, Nellie. You remind me of someone I encountered on one of my journeys. But for the life of me, I cannot remember her name or the circumstances.
Nancy Drew? Wickford Castle?
Ah! The eyes have it.
I'm sorry?
That's what Bruno Bollet said when I turned the tables and asked him if he had any idea where the Whisperer was. He said, the eyes have it. Then he chuckled and hung up.
How much would a crystal skull like the Whisperer be worth?
In this crazy day and age, where the shorn hair and used tissues of celebrities get sold for thousands of dollars, there's absolutely no telling, Candy.
Oh my gosh.
$500,000 easily. Maybe even $1 million. Maybe 2. Maybe 10. The sky's the limit. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Man, she's annoying.
If someone found a skull made of crystal, how could they be sure it's one of the crystal skulls?
Wonderful question, Francie. How indeed? Because there are sure to be thousands of fakes out there. Perhaps tens of thousands. But remember, the real skulls were made long before the tools commonly used for carving today were invented. Which means, let's put on our thinking caps.
Modern-day tools would have left marks if the skull was a fake?
Exactly so. Mind you, the marks on a good fake would be microscopic and thus imperceptible
She
to
does.
the human eye. However, any thorough laboratory analysis would quickly unmask a counterfeit.
So the only way to prove that a skull is the real deal is by proving it's not a fake?
And by examining its provenance, its history of ownership. If it can be shown that a particular specimen has been passed along from antiquity into modern times and didn't just suddenly appear in, say, Germany in the mid-19th century, that would tend to support its authenticity as well.
How's everything sounding, by the way?
In your book, you said that all the people who've ever owned the Whisperer were murdered, yet Bruno Bollet dropped dead of a heart attack.
Are you saying the Whisperer was in his possession after all? The scallywag! Why didn't he tell me that?
Thank you.
Oh, that's right. I would have hung up on him. Well, if that's the case, then I strongly suggest you take a close look at his so-called heart attack, Sandy. Because if he owned the skull and he died, I guarantee you it was at the hands of someone else. Or my name's not Beatrice Gertrude Winifred Hotchkiss.
The idea that the Whisperer can make its owner immortal, do you believe that?
I believe that things that defy any so-called rational explanations happen all the time, Nessie.
Oh my
Now,
gosh.
does that mean there are mysterious external forces at work in the universe of which we do not and cannot ever have full knowledge? Or does it all boil down to us? If the human heart desperately wants something to be true, does the human mind have the power to make it true? Who knows? Oh, questions, questions, questions. Oh, how dreary life would be without them.
I like this. He says that huge thing, and then...
I'd better go. Thank you.
Rock and roll!
Oh, thank God. I think I did it right. Then 10, then 4. Am I doing it wrong? Am I doing this wrong? I haven't gotten that far yet, I don't think. This is just sad and creepy. That whole room is. Yeah, I think How do I get it open? Oh, wait, there we go. Have it open on my phone, so I'm gonna open up a new tab and type in, oh, if I could spell Nancy, that'd be great. What is it, painting? There we go. And then let's here, you here, you here, 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 here. Yes, I got it. Woohoo! I love finding secret passageways. Ooh. That's weird to have that in here, but you know, that's good. Oh.
Come on, Summer, give me a break here. You never said anything about that. Well, how was I supposed to know? I mean, what am I, telepathic? No, come on, don't get upset. Look, I'll see what I can do, okay? What do you mean, something else? You gotta be kidding me, Summer. I don't have that kind of money. No, I meant I don't have it now, but I will soon, okay? Bye. Oh, man.
Yikes. I know where that is. If I can turn around. There we go. Oh, not that way. There we go. One, I gotta look over here. I found an eyeball! Only in Nature Jew world. Does that make sense?
Yes?
How did Bruno die, if you don't mind my asking?
Just dropped dead in the front hallway. I mean, the guy was 95 years old. Here, check it out. Myocardial infarction. That's doctor speak for heart attack.
Attending physician Dr. Gilbert Buford, 504-555-9970. Was that Bruno's doctor?
And his best friend, or so I'm told. I've never met him.
Interesting keychain.
That's one of Uncle Bruno's glass eyes. It's the one he was wearing when he died.
How nice.
Weird.
Anything else?
Now I gotta somehow get
I'm going to keep looking
the
around.
eye from him.
Groovy.
That should be fun. Did I do it wrong? Am I doing it wrong? Well, apparently I can't do that. I did it again. Need the notebook? B, C, E, E. Why didn't that work? Okay, I feel like I'm missing some stuff.
Locked, naturally.
Uh, I'm gonna go talk to... What's her name again?
Hello again.
I understand that Dr. Bolet had some interesting pets, like an iguana.
That man never met a creature he didn't like. He'd train them to do all kinds of silly tricks, then let them run free, inside the house as well as out.
Do you know how he went about training them?
I surely do not. Don't get me wrong. I liked Dr. Bolet, I truly did. But I swear, sometimes his activities made as much sense to me as bathing in a bayou full of gators.
Did Dr. Bolet ever say anything to you about a crystal skull? He may have referred to it as the Whisperer.
No, he never so much as mentioned a crystal skull, whispering or otherwise.
Were you in the house when Dr. Bolet passed away?
I was indeed. I was in the library cleaning when all of a sudden I heard a big thump. I hurried out to investigate, and sure enough, there was Dr. Bolet lying by the front door.
Aw.
And as I rushed over to him, the door opened and in walked Gilbert Buford. He took one look at Dr. Bolet and hollered at me to call 911. So I ran back into the library and did just that. When I came back out, Gilbert was leaning over Dr. Bolet, listening for breathing, I suppose.
Aw.
And then he started pushing up and down on his chest. But it was too late. Even I could tell that Dr. Bolet was gone.
How was it that Gilbert was able to just walk right in like that?
As you yourself discovered, people around here seldom lock their front doors during the day. But you know, in the back of my mind, I have always wondered about Gilbert Buford showing up at the door at that exact moment.
I'll leave you
Well,
to your
yeah.
potting.
Come see me anytime.
Yeah, I mean, what are the odds of, like, you know, of that? Like, that is weird. Of him just suddenly being there.
This is Dr. Gilbert Buford's answering service. How may I help you?
I need to talk to Dr. Buford. Could you maybe give me a number where I can reach him?
No, ma'am, I cannot. Is this an emergency?
Sort of. I mean, it's not a medical emergency. I just... See, I'm only going to be in town for a short time, and Dr. Buford and I have this mutual friend who died recently, and I just really need to talk to him about it.
Need some consoling, huh?
Yes, I need some consoling. That's it exactly.
Way to go, Nancy.
Well, tell you what. It's against the rules to give you his phone number, but I can tell you that now that he's all but retired, Dr. Buford spends most of his evenings at his favorite gumbo stand down in the French Quarter. If you really need to talk to him, you can probably find him there.
Great. Do you know the address?
It's at the corner of Rampart and Domain.
Did you say Rampart and Domain?
I did indeed. Granny Pumpkin's Cajun cooking. They make some darn fine gumbo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and I'm truly sorry about your loss.
My loss?
That mutual friend of yours and Dr. Buford's?
Oh, right. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Bye.
Oh, man, that is funny. Now we know who we're gonna call. It's like, what? Oh, right. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
I love
it's
it.
me.
So what's been happening? Tell me everything.
I love it.
Well, let's see. Since the last time we talked, I was just about getting ready to...
Interesting stuff.
But the reason I called is, I need you to talk to this doctor named Gilbert Buford, who, as it turns out, likes to hang out at a gumbo stand called Granny Pumpkin's Cajun Cookin', which should be right across from our hotel.
You just want me to talk to him? That's it? Nothing nefarious? No black ops stuff?
He was Bruno Bolet's doctor, and apparently his best friend, too. I just need for you to see if he thinks there was anything weird about the way Bruno died.
What do you mean by weird?
I mean, I kind of think maybe Bruno was murdered.
Murdered? By whom?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Everyone's a suspect at this point.
Including this Gilbert Buford guy?
Well,
great. I'm gonna be chatting up Jack the Ripper.
Oh, I'm sure the guy's fine, but be subtle, just in case.
Well, I can see the gumbo stand from our balcony. If he's the guy that's sitting down there, I guess he looks harmless. Okay, I'll go talk to him.
Thanks, Bess. Let me know what happens.
Cheerio.
What looks good to you?
I like how they use the same, like, model, I guess, as Shorty Thurmond from the Secret of Shadow Ranch. Here. That's pretty cool.
Enjoy.
Never had gumbo. That's weird. It's just... It doesn't sound like something, you know?
Why, hello, young lady. How kind of you to grace an old man with your lovely presence.
My name's Bess Marvin. I'm looking for Dr. Gilbert Buford.
Well, it's a pleasure to report that I am he.
Do you mind if I join you?
Of course not. A little lively discourse would brighten this gloomy evening considerably. This here is my favorite spot in the whole city. Delicious gumbo, pleasing view, particularly now, I might add.
I'd like to ask you some questions about Bruno Bollet, if that's okay.
I'd prefer subject matter of a happier nature, but I do not want to seem inhospitable, so...
He was nice.
What is it you want to know?
He was nice.
Is there any doubt in your mind as to how Dr. Bollet died?
He died of a myocardial infarction, most likely caused by age-related atherosclerosis.
In
Dying
English?
of a heart attack is all too common for people who are socially isolated, and Bruno Bollet had most certainly become that.
Yikes. Brave, over on Twitch. Going pretty well. Thank you. It's really fun.
I thought Bruno Bollet was your best friend.
Well, now, I was certainly his best friend, but I cannot honestly say that he was mine.
Yikes.
Fact is, while socializing with my fellow man, particularly with pretty young women such as yourself,
Okay, dude.
has always been a source of pleasure for me.
Okay, dude.
Bruno was just the opposite.
Calm down.
Unfortunately, the older he got, the more numerous his idiosyncrasies became, and the less concern about their negative effect upon others he became.
Dr. Bollet's housekeeper says you just happened to walk in just as he was having his heart attack. Is that true?
Indeed it is. I hadn't seen him for a while, so I picked that day to pay him a visit. I walked up to the front door, found it unlocked as usual, opened it, and there he was, lying on the floor in obvious distress. The next thing I know, his housekeeper came running in and started shrieking and carrying on, until finally I sent her out of the room so she could summon an ambulance, and I could once again hear myself think.
Jeez.
Well, let's see. Then I knelt down and saw that he wasn't breathing. So I pulled him away from the doorway so I'd have more room to work on him and began chest compressions. I continued until the medics arrived, but nothing they did made a difference either.
Aww.
Was Dr. Bollet unconscious the whole time?
Yes, he was.
Can you remember anything that might indicate what he was doing by the front door? I mean, had he just come in from a walk? Was he wearing a hat? Was he holding anything? Had he dropped something? An umbrella? Sunglasses?
Wait a minute.
He's pretty good at this.
Why, yes, he was holding something. A piece of paper. And on the floor next to him was an envelope. He must have collapsed while reading a letter.
There you go. That's what we need.
Do you know what happened to it?
Now, I know the letter was no longer in Bruno's hand when the paramedics arrived, so perhaps he released the letter when I moved him. And yet, I do not recall seeing it on the floor when they wheeled him out the door. Iggy.
What's icky?
Iggy. Iggy is an iguana Bruno befriended. It turned loose in his home. It soon developed the annoying habit of stealing paper and stockpiling it in the vent system.
How do you train an iguana to do that?
Did you see Iggy while you were tending to Bruno that day?
No, but then I rarely ever saw Iggy. Moreover, it would not have been the first time a missing document ended up in Iggy's possession. Renee would periodically call me saying the lizard had absconded with one of Bruno's prescriptions and would I please write her up a replacement. In any case, Bruno once told me he was training Iggy. Said he taught Iggy to retrieve the things it had stolen.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you think it's possible that Renee caused Dr. Bolet's death by, say, hoarding the pills from those missing prescriptions and giving them to him all at once?
No. Had he died of an overdose of the medications I had prescribed, the manner of his death would have been quite different.
True.
But he died of a heart attack. Of that, I am certain. However, I know for a fact that Renee is deeply involved in the practice of hoodoo. And as Bruno's housekeeper, she had ample opportunity to use it against my poor old friend.
You're not serious.
Young lady, never, ever underestimate the power of suggestion. If a person believes in something, even on a subconscious level, fantasy can easily become fact.
Yikes.
And who knows what rubbish Renee filled Bruno's mind with? Drink this, don't eat that. This brings good luck, that brings bad, day in and day out. Even if he said he didn't believe a word of it, who knows how much his subconscious was absorbing? He was very old and vulnerable.
Oh.
So could Renee have caused Bruno to have that fatal heart attack? There's not a doubt in my mind she could indeed.
Yikes.
Did they do an autopsy on Dr. Bolet?
No. Given Bruno's advanced age and the absence of any indication of foul play, an autopsy was deemed unnecessary, and the body was cremated according to Bruno's wishes.
That's convenient.
Did Dr. Bolet ever say anything to you about owning a crystal skull?
Why, yes. Yes, he did. In fact, he showed it to me once.
Ooh.
Said it had magical powers.
Uh-oh.
Said owning it was going to allow him to live forever. I thought it was utter nonsense and told him so. Well, he didn't appreciate that at all. Refused to talk to me for a full 2 weeks.
What'd the skull look like?
It was quite beautiful, actually. Life-size, perfect in form and clarity, like a diamond almost. Tell me, Miss Bess, what do you know about that crystal skull?
This friend of mine,
Bess,
who
why?
is also a friend of Henry Bolet,
Bess.
you know, Dr. Bolet's great-nephew. Anyway, while she was visiting Henry, she saw this book in Bruno's library about the legendary crystal skulls and was kind of intrigued and thought that since Henry said that you were pretty much Bruno's only friend, maybe Bruno had said something to you about it, and as it turns out, he had. That's all I know.
I see.
Uh-oh.
Well, much as I'd like to believe that skull holds the key to immortality, I'm afraid Bruno's passing proves it's worthless. Although it would make an attractive paperweight, as I recall. Tell your friend not to give it another thought.
I'll let you get back to your gumbo.
It's been a pleasure, I assure you.
Yay! Okay, now we talk to him. Now we gotta figure out some other stuff. I swear, me doing the book thing should have worked.
Hi, Nance. Okay, here's what's been happening at my end.
And that's pretty much it.
Good work. I'll take it from here. Thanks again.
Good luck. Bye.
Okay. Why is it so loud here? Oh. It's like I can't escape this noise. There we go. Oh my gosh, it was like, why is it so loud? Okay, let's see. Nope, not that button. This button.
I haven't done that. I haven't done that. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. All done. Did that. All done. Check.
Find a key. I hate it when doors are locked.
Check. I haven't done that.
Okay, so how do I do the I mean get the notebook? Yeah, I don't know how to get the book though. Oops. Hmm. I'm gonna call Ned. I'm gonna hint him.
Hi, Nancy.
Hey,
Hey,
Ned.
Ned.
What's going on?
I overheard Henry talking to someone named Summer. Is that his girlfriend?
If it is, I'm happy for him. He always seems so lonely.
Unfortunately, I got the feeling their relationship is making him more unhappy than happy.
Sorry to hear that. Wait a minute. Were you eavesdropping?
Of course not.
No, I mean, not on purpose. I mean, I was in this secret passageway and I could hear him through the wall. I couldn't help it.
You found a secret passageway?
Yeah.
I'm always finding secret passageways. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I think they follow you around.
I love the subtle and like so easily like back and forth banter between them. Like it's so funny.
Are you familiar with the legend of the so-called crystal skulls?
Is that where aliens supposedly scattered a bunch of perfectly formed crystal skulls all around the world like thousands of years ago? And all the skulls have different magical powers?
Something like that, yeah. Apparently, Henry's uncle was the proud owner of the Whisperer, the skull that was supposed to make whoever owned it live forever.
Only now he's dead and another superstition bites the dust.
Yep.
Maybe, maybe not. See, this book I found in Bruno's library said no one who has owned the Whisperer has ever died of natural causes.
So how did they die?
They were all murdered.
Come on, you don't believe that crystal skull stuff is true, do you?
Absolutely not. But right now, what I think doesn't matter. The people who knew Bruno had the skull, if one of them believed in the Whisperer's power, they may have figured the only way they'd ever be rid of Bruno was to cause his death.
But didn't he die of a stroke or something?
Heart attack.
Well, there you go. Natural causes.
Whoa.
Heart attacks can be induced.
You've been watching too many of those forensic detective shows.
That may be, but what's really interesting is the skull is missing.
That is interesting.
And I'll bet you anything that's what my bony friend in the red ascot was looking for.
Does Henry know where the skull is?
I haven't gotten around to asking him about it yet.
Yeah, I did.
If that skull is still around here, I intend to find it.
Didn't I?
I kind of figured that.
I did.
Feel like giving me a hint?
It'd be my pleasure.
I'd sure like to find the key to the door that's at the end of that secret passageway. Any suggestions?
Take a real good look at the diagram on the door, then head for the fountain outside. When you find something that looks familiar, start plucking. Get the sequence right, and you'll be pleasantly surprised.
How do I know what the right sequence is?
The key is in the dotted lines.
Thanks for your help.
Thanks,
My
Ned.
pleasure. Bye.
Thank you, Ned. Okay, I already looked at this like twice. Dotted line. Oh. Oh, let's take a picture of this. There we go. Okay. Get that here. Nope. See, if Nancy had a phone that could take a picture, she would have done the same thing. Okay. So, let's see. One, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I got it! Woo! That was good! I got it! I got the key. I'm gonna go in the secret passageway. Nope, where am I going? Dummy. Jeez. I got the key. Wouldn't it be fun to find this? You know? Oh, that's scary as heck. Bunch of words. Only on this day, November 8th, 1952, the Jolly Roger knew, I can't read that well. Calendar. Now I have the notebook.
May 31st? That's today.
Davy Jones. Oh, come on!
Gotcha.
Yeah! Bruno, as usual, a good time was had by all. Your friend and fellow Jolly Roger Gilbert. That's not creepy as heck. Well, that was creepy. Okay, that can stop. It was annoying.
This must be where I'm supposed to put all the glass eyes I've found. Let's see how we're doing.
Not very good. This game. Yes. Didn't mean to click that. My finger slipped. I need to get all of them to eyes, right? Dang it! Me too. It's a huge pain in the butt. Come on, get it. Fudge! Yes. Ah, okay. I'm remembering some of it. Why? Come on. Get it? Yes. Then there. Dang it! Come on. Yes. Okay, and then I do that maybe right there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Dang it. One more. Yes. One more, then I have all those. Come on. No! That makes me angry. Come on. And right there. Come on. Hit it. Hit it. Yes. Then do that right there. Come on. Yes. Got it! Yes! I did it. I got another eyeball. Ew. Thank you so much for the confetti.
Pa, di, pa, mu, sa, pa, now, lu, do, per.
That was weird. I'm gonna save that, because I know I'm gonna have to do it. Oh, wait, no, not that. Okay, well, guys, I think I'm going to be ending the stream here. I know it's a little bit short. And just to let everybody know, I will not be streaming tomorrow night or Sunday afternoon, but I will be getting back into streaming on Monday. It's just this week is kind of crazy. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for the help. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you guys want, the links to all my social media are down below for you guys, so you can follow me on X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. Chrissy, you're so welcome for the stream. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.